Welcome to another episode of Cannabis Tech Talks powered by Shopline in association with ICBC and MJ BizCon. I'm Mary Jane Gibson, and I'm here with Krysta, Sanja Ganja, and Adrian from the THC Girls and Highly Connected.
Yeah.
I am so glad to wrap up this MJ BizCon chatting with what looks like a very fun group of people. Looks like you bring the party.
Yes.
Can you tell me about what you all do with THC Girls and Highly Connected?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having us. And so THC Girls is a marketing agency, and the Highly Connected is a community and a network. And we've been building that brand and working together as a team for about the last decade. So
we specialize in building and cultivating communities and villages. And while we do that, we expand and promote your brands. We've built brands. Specifically, Krysta and I have worked together for quite a while. We have a combined over 30 years in this industry. And we started in Colorado in the Wild Wild West and moved all across the country. And while we do that, we just support our clients, our brands we've built, the communities that support us, and especially women in cannabis and people like you.
Nice. Oh, I feel like your whole vibe is a lot about the legacy community too, and like bridging that gap between the legacy, the folks who might feel like they've been left behind by the current like sort of corporate flavor that might come into, especially a conference like this. Like it's nice to see people rolling with the culture.
yeah,
Can you talk about that connection and like what it means to you to like build those bridges?
of course.
What's pretty unique is we all speak both languages, right? Like you mentioned bridging the gap and between, corporate entities and the suits and the community. And like, Sanja was saying we build community, we support our community and the people within the industry. And, people recognize that, right? Like that's something that's known. I'm honorary, right? Like I do work with them and we've traveled across the country doing different expos and stuff. But everybody knows the THC Girls. Everybody knows them. Like there's people right now that are just waiting to talk to them,
Yeah, our booth has some attention right now because you're not here. So tell me about yourselves. How did you get started in cannabis? What's your backstory?
Shoot, I started caregivership early days. Friends were like, hey, need some help at the house, and one thing led to another, and it translated into warehouses and huge operations all over Colorado. And while I was in the cultivation side, I could hear what was going on in the industry. A lot of people were talking about how they couldn't, move their product. And I was like, that's such a silly problem to have, everybody wants that, so just really connecting the people in the community to the businesses I was growing for. And organically, it really led me to creating the THC Girls. So I have a huge cultivation background, and I really focused on that for a very long time in this space. I've actually gotten to travel across the world. I got recruited. I went to Oregon. I was able to bring Sanja out there. It came, and it's just been a full circle within the everything that I'm doing now with more like investors and advising, consulting. But it all started in the grow.
I started right out of high school. Decided to leave college. So you were talking about bridging the gap. We do definitely bridge between legacy, B2B, and the suits or jackets, I think the new age is calling them. I started out in cannabis in the Wild Wild West in Colorado, worked my way from bud tender to boardroom, and along the way created the Sanja Ganja show where I really just want to discuss life while high. And now I'm attempting to be the first ever cannabis TV reality show. So Netflix, I'm coming for you. And luckily, THC Girls, Adrian, Krysta Jones, because of this community, I have a ton of support across the world. And it's really beautiful because my goal is to educate about the plant, but I want to be the world's favorite pothead everywhere.
I hope Netflix is listening because we need this show. I feel like we could all do with a dose of your the realness in the weed world. Like people are looking for the authenticity and the stories that are coming from the culture and not the business side, right?
That's what it's all about. Especially we're unique. I would say there's no one else like us out there because we're not just faces in front of the camera. We actually have built the brands. We've built the cultivations. We've done acquisitions, built publicly traded companies. But I want to have fun and make you laugh at the same time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And education is just a plus.
What are some of the tips that you give to folks who come to you and they say we want to build a brand and we want to connect with people? What is your sort of first package that you would say to someone, like, here are the 3 or 5 points that you need to hit as a new business?
I think really it all starts with the budget, and then what looking into
Money.
yeah, the budget. What are these goals, and is it aligning with the reality? But I think really also looking into that person's story and seeing if they're a good fit for what they're trying to execute on. Because a lot of people they don't have any juice, and sometimes you got to build that and start in a different manner. So those are the two things I first start off saying.
You couldn't have said it better. We always audit who these humans are first, because we are the culture, and you need to match our culture, or we need to work as a family. So we won't work with just anybody. But our first service package is going to be downloading the app and becoming a big business member, because that's the simplest, easiest, most affordable way for you to connect with our network, and we can share all the love for free with you and nonstop guidance. And that's the initial start for anyone, no matter how big or small you are. Then from there, we can talk about adding us as your fractional CMO. But otherwise, we want you in the app first and foremost, connect with the community and actually activate and engage, because that's the most important thing for us.
Nice. What's a crazy THC Girls story that you can tell us, Adrian?
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. No, I mean, there's a lot, right? And like I said, we've traveled across the country and have done a lot of expos, and so it's fun. We're out here doing what we love and being around people within the industry that are movers and shakers, and it's just it's always a good time. Definitely. Last night was great, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What happened last night?
Oh, so we're at Hakkasan for Big Extra Plug. We all hosted. That we had a little section and a bunch of friends and people just came together. People throughout the expo that we met, and they downloaded the app and they got free entry. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Bringing the good times. So what do you have coming up next? What does 2026 look like for you? Especially as things are so wild west still, right? We can't forget this. Things are constantly evolving and shifting, and everyone's having to pivot so hard. It feels like they're turning in a full circle sometimes. So what do you have to focus on to get us through this next year as a business? And yeah, what hope can you offer us?
Well, one of the biggest things we're focused on this next year for sure for the THC Girls and the Highly Connected app is really doing a lot of virtual and remote access, and just showing our network that there's a lot of leverage, even not having to be there physically, but still having to engage in different ways socially online, and also just being present and virtually, because we're all national, and so it's hard to connect sometimes, but we make it happen. We stay really involved in what each other is doing and all those things, so really trying to bring that aspect to the community.
We've been working really, really hard on making sure our paid app members get the most out of our distribution. And so this next year, we're going to be taking it up a notch. I'm in New York now. These guys are in Miami, and we also have headquarters in Denver. And so now that we have such a beautiful community of ambassadors, investors, brands, businesses, what we intend to do is just make sure we plug that in bigger than we ever have in every media outlet we have, because I'll say I'm really proud of us. We know everyone here. It was beautiful. And now I'm like, okay, how are we going to make this work? What are we going to do? Well, we are the key. We have an app that optimizes everything from events to our marketing services to brand ambassadors that you need, to maybe even book you for the next podcast you need, right? But we want everyone to be connected more than ever this year. So that's definitely the focus for us.
And where do people find the app and get at you on social media and all that sort of stuff? Can you drop your handles?
Yeah, of course. The Highly Connected is the app, so you could download that on whatever platform you have. And then we have the highcountrygirls.com, the High Country Girls on Instagram, and the Highly Connected on Instagram. You can follow us there. And then my page is it's MTHRFKN Jones. So follow me there.
Yeah. And of course, you can find all of us if once you do plug into the app, of course. We'll be right there in your face. But I go by Sanja Ganja, Sanja like Ganja, to switch the G for an S. And you can find me anywhere. If you Google it, you'll find me on High Times TV. You'll find me on YouTube, Instagram, the app, of course. And hopefully I'll be in your living room while you're sitting on your couch on Netflix soon enough.
Yes.
And you can find me at AG from the 303 on Instagram and at FamBam5280.
Hell yeah. Leave us with one thing that you're going to put out into the air or put out into a smoke cloud for 2026. It's going to bring you one wish or fulfill something that you've wanted for a long time. What is it going to be?
Okay, I've got one. I wish to give the biggest vibrational hug in the world to this green space in 2026. I don't want anyone to question who I am, what my capability is, what my professional partyism is, anything of that sort. I want no question. Next year, I want all of you to invite me to host your parties, be there, support your charities, come kiss your babies at your, the next campaign. I want no stone unturned. And so I want everyone to know I have a vibrational hug coming your way. I don't care if you're a priest, a cop, the president. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Beautiful. Adrian?
What was the question?
One wish or hope for 2026.
One wish or hope for 2026. I mean, I'm living it, honestly. Like, at this point in time, I just moved out to Miami. Everything is new, it's fresh, and it's exciting, And just to be plugged in and be able to work with people and get people locked in and into the app and really connect with the community. That's, it's cool.
Beautiful. How about you, Krysta?
2026, I am looking to really just push that energy into the team, really in the community, and just really grow so that we can really be positioned for everything that's to come within this industry.
Full Spectrum Alliance.
Yeah, that's really the focus.
I love to hear it. It's so great to chat with you all. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cannabis Tech Talks, powered by Shopline in association with ICBC and MJ BizCon. Please hit like and subscribe to our podcast and follow us at Canna Tech today. And check out the THC Girls. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
great. You have such a good voice. I'm all okay. Record my voice, and now I'm going to go to sleep to this. I love it. You reached the phone.